Joseph Garcia, Gibraltar's deputy chief minister, admitted growing fears over Spain's power to veto the Brexit deal because it could be used to force the ROC to accept joint sovereignty. While the demand has not been issued by Madrid, many Gibraltarians fear it is inevitable, particularly after Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy said he viewed his government's veto power as applying during the Brexit transition period to a guideline document agreed between the bloc and the UK in May enshrined that after the United Kingdom leaves the Union, no agreement between the EU and the United Kingdom may apply to the territory of Gibraltar without the agreement between the Kingdom of Spain and the United Kingdom. Mr. Garcia, speaking to Politico in Brussels, said, "What we don't want to be in a position of is where Spain gives us a price of joint sovereignty for maintaining a relationship with the European Union." Getty Reuters. Gibraltar fears are growing about the prospect of joint sovereignty between the UK and Spain. "We are just not prepared to pay the price. We are not prepared to pay a price for normality." Gibraltar remains a major stumbling block that must be overcome when Brexit negotiations restart this week, and the thousands of workers in both Spain and Gibraltar who cross the border each day will be keenly watching for any developments. Officials have also complained that Michel Barnier, the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, has not yet met with them despite holding talks with ardent Brexiteers, Tory rebels, and representatives of the devolved nations of the UK. Mr. Garcia believes Mr. Barnier is concerned any discussions with Gibraltar officials could prompt concerns in Madrid. Gibraltar's deputy chief minister Joseph Garcia, pictured in 2014, he said, "I think it's because Spain does not want us to go around spreading our message." Gibraltar government spokesman Daniel D'Amato admitted there will be some areas of the Brexit agreement which will not apply to the ROC. He said, "In circumstances where the withdrawal agreement will cover areas which fall outside of the UK's sphere of competence vis-a-vis Gibraltar, most notably with regard to citizens' rights, it is for him, government of Gibraltar, and not for the UK government to agree to and implement in Gibraltar provisions of the withdrawal agreement for which government of Gibraltar is exclusively responsible for," a key senior official from the Spanish government involved in Brexit negotiations told El País they were not in a hurry when it came to forging a position on Gibraltar. The official said last month, "We don't want to give the impression that we are rushing into such a delicate situation, but we have won the first battle and now have the upper hand." Thousands of people cross the border between Gibraltar and Spain every day. Monday, April 3, 2017. Gibraltar has its own political system that makes many decisions within the territory, but issues like defense and foreign affairs are determined by the UK government in London. Meanwhile, veteran Tory MP Ken Clarke warned Gibraltar will be the real hurdle of the Brexit process, as it will make the Irish problem look like a picnic if the UK maintains its desire to leave the single market. He told BBC Sunday Politics that failing to mention Ireland until very late in the first stage of the Brexit negotiations was an insult to people on both sides of the border. He said, "We suddenly face Ireland, which nobody had mentioned, which is insulting to the people of Northern Ireland and the Republic, and we agreed then that we must keep the border open with regulatory convergence on both sides. It applies to Dover, it applies to Folkestone, and we won't get the planning permission for the lorry parks we will need if we just abandon the single market in March 2019. You've got Gibraltar coming. Let's not get into Gibraltar. That will make the Irish problem look like a picnic."